During my youngest son, Todd's last semester in high school, I was filled with complete dread over the day that we would take him to college. But now we're already halfway through his first semester, so I thought it was high time I sent him a care package, just like I have done with the rest of the Drummond kids. So the first on the treat list is mini strawberry tarts. I'm gonna make 12 of them, and Todd is going to absolutely love them. So I'm taking a shortcut by using refrigerated pie crust, and I had 2 big circles, and I basically overlapped them, and I'm rolling them out just to make a pretty big rectangle. Okay, I got that rolled out. This store-bought pie dough is so easy for things like this. So I'm using a pizza cutter, and all I'm trimming off is just the very top and bottom, just to really drive home that rectangle shape. I'm just taking off the very rounded edges. And now I'm gonna cut this rectangle into 24 squares. All right, I've got my 24 squares, and I have a beaten egg. So I'm gonna brush the egg mixture on each of the squares. Normally, if I were making a tart or a hand pie, I would just brush the outer edges in order to stick 2 pieces together. And in this case though, the squares are so small, I'm actually brushing the egg on 12 of the squares, and then it'll help the top square adhere to the tart. And it won't mess up what's inside. Don't worry, I've tried it before. All right, those 12 squares are sufficiently brushed with egg. So I'm gonna fill each tart with strawberry preserves, and you don't want to put too much preserves on the square. I'll show you how to build one. You just put a teaspoon right in the center, and then grab one of the squares that doesn't have the egg and put it right on top. You can kind of try to match up 2 squares that pretty much look like they'll be the same shape. And then as you meet up the edges, kind of press out the air inside. And then I'll grab a fork and really stick these 2 pieces together by crimping the edges. All right, I've just got 11 more to build. These are so cute. So before they go in the oven, all they need is a little brush of the egg wash, and it'll give it sort of a glossy texture. All right, those look fantastic and ready for the oven. So they're gonna bake at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And then I'll take them out and let them cool for 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna take them one step further and make a delicious glaze. So the tarts are out of the oven. They look great. They're all cooled down. So now it's time to make a really simple glaze. I just sifted powdered sugar into a bowl, and I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of cream and a nice spoonful of the strawberry preserves that I used for the tarts. Get a whisk in there, and this should just be the consistency that you need to just spoon a little glaze over each one. Okay, I'm gonna get a spoonful of the glaze, and I'll just kind of let it drip onto a tart. You don't even need to spread it. It'll just kind of spread itself. And to make them extra cute, I'll sprinkle on some little rainbow sprinkles. Cute, cute, cute. Now I'm gonna do the same thing to the rest. They look so great. Now I'm just gonna let them set for an hour, and then I'll bag them up for the care package. So that's treat number 1 for Todd. They're perfect for him, though considering how big he's getting, I probably should have made double.